Comedy. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Welcome, everybody. We are Mark, Steven, and Jeff. This is Hummy's VR Comedy Podcast. Did I say? I felt like I kind of chewed my words there. Mark, Steven, and Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly the most important words that I say during the podcast. I want to get those in the clear.
Okay.
Mark, Steven, and Jeff. Seen us on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all around. We're everywhere. Hell, I even was on Instagram.
You were.
Imagine that. Well, my dog, because my dog's way cuter than I am. So
You can't go wrong doing that, though. We all love to see that.
I want to be obvious. I understand that my dog is cuter than me, and that's why I used him for internet attention. I get it.
Yeah, some people have full pages with just their dog. Like this is my dog's Instagram,
and I love those pages. I'm a sucker for those. If you find like a dog or an animal on the internet, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to like it probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
But this is our podcast where we talk about whatever we want to talk about. And so deal with that, all right?
Get used to it.
Get off my back, okay, listener?
Yep. It's going to be random. We got random stuff coming at you.
Random. We're not going to conform to your wishes.
Or your wells.
No. We're not a bunch of baby Jessicas down here.
Mm-mm.
No, not going to do it. But what we are going to do is we're going to start this week, like we always do, with an interesting word. We're going to learn where the word nightmares came from.
Nightmares.
Whoa.
How did that come to be? Nightmares.
Yeah. So this is when, obviously night. It happens at night. Mares is like a horse, right? And horses get scared easily. So when you wake up in the middle of the night, and you hear your horse neighing and screaming, it just reminded people when they first started having nightmares. It's like I'm the horse. Nightmares. That's where that came from.
Aha.
Yep.
Skittish, scared horse at night. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yep. This comes from the old Roman days. I'm sure nightmares happened before then, but
they finally put a name to it.
They put a name to it. Yeah.
Mark, what do you got?
Yeah, well, the obvious is that it's night, right? While you're sleeping, it's nocturnal night.
Yeah.
PM.
For the layman.
Yeah. So it happens at night. A mare, I believe that a mayor was the first person to experience this of a city, and he was telling everyone about what he experienced. What he was probably a vision of the town that something had gone awry, askew, sometimes both. So, just a terrible fruition, if you will, and thus coined the term nightmare.
Oh, these are a lot of big words I'm hearing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They are, and that is a fantastic. So it's just a scared or like
Man.
Oh God, what's the guy that ran around? One if by land, two if by sea.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Stiltskin, yes. If Stiltskin was the mayor,
it's him.
That's a fantastic guess. Both of those are fantastic guesses. And although it sounds like this is a female horse, it is not. The mare comes from a German word.
Oh God, I was so close. I was going to say German. Damn it. Okay.
It comes from Germanic folklore in which mare is an evil female spirit or goblin that sits upon a sleeper's chest, suffocating them and or giving them bad dreams.
So someone sits on your chest and force you to think bad things?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I feel like the definition of nightmare is in fact a nightmare.
That's right. Yeah. Now, sometimes people are out there sitting on people's faces. Is that? Sometimes that's
different. That's before you go to bed.
Yeah.
And that's some, it's a little different. It can be
people like that. So it's not. So a mare it's got to be on the chest specifically, and while you sleep, not face sitting awake.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel
it's a goblin.
Yeah, or goblin. It's a good point, Mark. This doesn't specifically say that no part goes over the chest, or excuse me, over the face.
Okay.
So it could be.
But to Steven's point, a goblin. It is a goblin.
A female spirit or goblin.
Okay.
But the same Germanic word, marone, I guess that's the full version of the word. What is it like? Like in Spanish? Never mind. Gives rise to similar words in many Scandinavian and European languages. Interestingly, in Germanic folklore, it was believed that this mare did more than just terrorize human sleepers. And now this is where Stephen might get some points. It was thought that it rode horses in the night.
Whoa, dude.
Leaving them sweaty and exhausted the next day. And it even wreaked havoc with trees, twisting their branches.
Wow. Okay. A 16th of a point from me.
That was pretty good, man.
Okay.
So that is how nightmare came to be.
Look at that.
And can I tell you guys about a waking nightmare I experienced?
Please.
This is a nightmare that I've had before, daymare.
Mm-hmm.
You go to dinner, you go out to a restaurant. You guys have done this before? You've eaten at a restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are the people there? So. You're not the only person in the restaurant.
Okay. It's packed?
It's packed or it's busy.
Okay.
But then they have children and, a wide range of age of children there. And they're, the parents are maybe wanting a little time out from the kids. So what do? They hand over the iPad or the phone. And then they just let the kids watch whatever it is at like full volume.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right.
And then the parents are happy because the kids are busy. So they're not going to say anything about turning the volume down. Well, I have a new one. A full grown-ass man sitting at the table with his family watching a football game on his phone with the volume up in the restaurant.
Okay. And this...
So kids are off the hook in this story. It was a switcheroo. There's no kids in this one.
Yeah,
well, actually, he did have a baby that his wife was tending to.
Oh, that's fun.
So, but this guy was just checked out and just had the game on.
Yeah.
Loud enough for us to hear at our table. It was shocking.
Wow. Do you think it was in defiance of the thing they had to go to that night, being the restaurant, that he couldn't be at home?
Ooh.
A deal was made?
Possibly, because there was
not made, and then he got angry and decided to play it on his phone.
Yeah, I'll go with you, but I'm watching my game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a real Mr. I put my foot down. It was there's not a lot to say about it. It's just like, how do you not have any awareness or what manners?
Manners, yeah, and Jesus, man, like, look, I get that you want to see a game, that's for sure, but like, you don't want your kids to remember that. That's for sure. The last thing, I've been putting my phone in the other room, like not even have it on me, because like I don't want them to see me, even if it buzzes or something pops up. I don't want them to be like, yeah. The thing I remember most about Dad was the back of his phone. So right. Yeah, but man, watch at a public restaurant, family, and I bet you his team lost too. So just imagine All that
50-50 chance.
But when was this?
Last night.
Last night. Okay. Who was playing last night?
the Ravens in Cincinnati.
Okay. And where are they from?
Yes, Cincinnati Bengals and Baltimore Ravens.
All right, you said
It's weird that I
Cincinnati.
said the mascot of one and then the city of the other one.
Okay. All right. So what do you think he was watching? Which team?
Which
I have no idea.
did he have he didn't have a jersey on. Everyone else
Surprisingly, didn't have a jersey on.
Okay.
Truly surprising. But like at this point, yeah, it's not. We're not in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. It's
This
a
is
game. You can miss it, and I get like checking the score here and there. That's fine, but like a full game, volume up.
Yeah,
take one of those elements out. If I wanted to have the game at the table, not looking at it, turn the volume all the way down, engage with the family. You have it. Watch a play here and there. Maybe.
Jeff, do you have an estimate on what time this event happened?
We're detectives now.
Mm-hmm.
It was 6:20ish, I believe.
Oh, so maybe it was not that game. It was that there are a couple games going on that start at 4:30 Eastern Standard.
If that were the case, this would have been what, third quarter, fourth, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could have been the end of a game. Could have been the fourth quarter.
All right. Now, here's a question that because I'm not a big sports watcher.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting not to be. I don't know what it is, but I'm fading out, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Huh. Can a viewer affect the outcome of a game by watching it? I've never known this.
There's a lot of people who are superstitious. You know what's interesting? I think sports might be the most superstitious of any other activity.
Absolutely.
We won this game when I wore this shirt under this jersey, so I'm going to do this again. I can't wash these socks. I got to wear this one on the left foot. I got to, every time we have a first down, I got to get up and touch this pillow. I mean, these people have a problem. That is for sure.
Yeah. I believe this is called Schrodinger's football contest, where it's only the outcome is shown once it's observed.
Mm.
And yeah, sure, they might have an effect on it. Yeah.
Now
Or do you think it's maybe because the game doesn't care if you're watching or not, but you want to feel like you have some little bit of control?
Yes. Mm. Yeah, I think that's it. A little bit of control, a little bit of power. Oh, my team needs me. If you never watch another game, I swear to God, everything's going to be fine.
They're all going to end the exact same way.
They don't know you. They don't care about you.
Unless you were like maybe the first John 3:16 clown wig guy. Or like one of the like kissing, like the people that were like a streaker or something. You're not going to change the outcome of a game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. But this was a nightmare for you.
It was a nightmare because I want to do those things. I want to watch stuff at the table.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm any better.
Is that... Yeah, can I do that? Can I watch like the new Jeffrey Dahmer series full blast volume in a restaurant? Can I do that now?
Right.
So this is interesting.
That's my entertainment. You know, what can I do that?
Yeah. So I'm at gymnastics one day and, observing my daughter. She's in there, and the guy, they have this little loft area that's like, it has glass in front of it. So you can't, you can hear anything or whatever out there, but where all the parents sit. And one guy that was sitting next to me had his sandal off, like barefoot, like picking his toenails while watching something on his phone, volume way up. Also, it was a show. Like, your daughter's in there just trying her best, and you're sitting there watching whatever it is. Again, no earphones, just full blast. I don't know.
Why are you
God.
there at that point? Like,
Yeah, you just drop them off and go in the car and watch that shit. But like, it was to the point where, you know how you look at something and you kind of look around to see if anybody else is like,
sure,
you seeing this shit? Nobody else was paying attention. No one else saw. Other people were also on their phone, or there were a decent amount of parents that just watch, or like they're friends with the kids and then they have to talk or whatever. But no one else was bothered by this or looked around. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude.
Jeepers creepers.
I think the bigger problem, and we might all have this, we might all have the same problem, is that we're jealous of these people that can be so comfortable.
That's true. Yeah, to be like not that
give
self-aware.
No shits.
Yeah.
About watching, like being seen digging around in your feet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Digging your feet while you're watching shows. I'm self-conscious of people even like seeing what I'm looking at sometimes. Like that's like normal stuff.
Yes.
Like where I'm just like even if it's like a social regular, if it's Instagram, I'm like, I don't want to look around like I don't can anyone see what what I'm seeing, and you're scrolling just because like it's just personal, and like I don't know if someone can know somebody I'm scrolling, I mean, I don't know, it's fucking crazy out there, but to full blown like I'm watching this show, don't care.
I want that power. I need that power.
Yeah, maybe in another life, there's a pill. Is there a pill maybe we can invent where it's just like
care pill,
a not care pill?
I think there is a liquid
Xanax.
Formula that you can
drink.
That's true.
There's Xanax. That's pretty close. And yes, I think the liquid form is legal. You don't need a prescription, and it's
any grocery store, any gas station. You can get some of those, a dose or two of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was something. It was surprising. It was just bizarre.
Speaking of sports, sometimes we have this pick'em where we're in this big pool with a bunch of people, and you pick the football teams, which one will win, and you do all teams every week. And at the end of the year, whoever's in first wins a shit ton of money, right? So every week you pick every game, and it covers not like this person's going to win, but like spread. Like there's this team's favored. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Please. I don't understand what a spread is. Can we please take a second and explain it? Because I've never been brave. I've never asked. I don't know what the fuck it means.
Sure.
Okay.
So basically where they'll be like, okay, this team, we're giving this team +7, meaning, okay, if you're going to bet on this team, we're basically giving this team a touchdown over this team. So that means the other team has to win by more than a touchdown.
Okay, so that way they make the bets kind of even.
Right, exactly. So it's not just like you're not betting on like this team's going to win and this team's going to lose. You're like, I think this team is going to win by over 7 points.
Okay, so the spread is 7.
Right. Well, not always. Sometimes it's
all right. In that instance, it's
right.
7.
Yeah. Sometimes it's 2. Sometimes it is even. Whatever. But here's a fun fact for all you sports nerds. Okay. So we're doing this. My 2-year-old. We have 55 people in this thing.
Jesus.
Throughout this, it's through like a restaurant thing, and my in-laws do it every year with this whole group, and then all 4 of us, even the kids, we make the kids pick their own picks, because if they're betting against the spread, those spreads are very accurate. Like if it's almost like a 50-50 chance sometimes. But people start to go, I think it's going to be a ground game. It's raining there. You start going all this, they're at home. Yeah, so all that shit. So, well, he's got an ankle injury. He might not be running 25 times. He might have a lighter workload. I mean, so much shit goes in your head mentally. My 2-year-old is fucking first throughout this whole 50, yeah, exactly, dude. That's what goes to show with betting. Betting and like, no, it doesn't fucking matter, man. I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
That's fun. That's a really fun thing.
Okay, so thank you for explaining that, and I don't remember where you're going with that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Remember, I just wanted to tell everyone that the fucking my 2-year-old is like winning 5 weeks into the NFL league. She's picked the most correct picks out of 55 people, and she's 2. She can't even say the team names.
Amazing.
Yeah,
love that.
Fun.
You know, speaking of sports,
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would call chess a sport.
Have
you heard about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You might have seen this article recently in the news. It's been around. There was a guy recently accused of cheating at chess. Have you seen this?
I heard some nerd was accused of cheating at chess, and that's all I heard.
Yeah, he's a young kid. I think he's like 19. He's been in a bunch of tournaments or whatever. He's been winning pretty good, and there's been some speculation that he's been cheating. I think there was a Twitch stream happening where some people like got together and tried to figure out how he could be cheating.
I love these. I love cheaters getting caught.
and
people coming together and like analyzing stuff and figuring out how people. Yeah, sorry. Go on, please.
So this happened, yes. Although we weren't able to confirm this happening.
Oh, you said we? Were you part of this?
No.
Oh man, damn. Okay.
Some people on Twitch got together. They were looking at this guy. They were coming up with ways on how he might have cheated at chess. And although they didn't really prove anything, they came up with an idea. They believe what this kid may have done is they think he may have had anal beads in his ass that vibrated, telling him what moves to make. So there's another player watching, maybe duplicating the moves on a computer, telling him the best possible move to make, and sending signals to the anal beads, which are vibrating him and telling him which moves to make through vibration signals. I don't know how that works. Like, I'm not a chess player, but I'm guessing, like, is it what? Like 2 vibrate, like B7 to A6 or something.
Yeah,
Morse code or in his ass.
Morse code in his ass, I would guess. With vibrating.
Okay.
Huh.
I don't know if anyone wants to win chess that bad.
Some people would.
Huh.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if that's your thing, and then you also like chess, and you're like, I'm going to combine both things.
Yeah. Now, this guy says that he swears he's not doing that, and he's willing to play naked in order to prove otherwise.
But okay, this is his thing. This is his thing. He went straight to playing naked. Can you throw that in there?
If
he went there too quickly. He's like, what? What? No, we don't want you to do that. We'll just, maybe check you before. Right, he's like, no, I'll play naked in front of you. It's okay. It's a dream.
Somebody can stare at my ass the entire time I'm naked. That's fine. We can have a dedicated camera right on my ring. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, I was watching a video of these people entering the tournament, and there's a security guy scanning their whole body just for this reason.
Sure.
Wow. Because it got so out there that he had anal beads that they're like, all right, we're going to scan you.
I think this sort of thing happens anyway.
Oh, okay.
But even if you're playing naked, if you've got anal beads all up in your ass and they're not hanging out a little bit, then you can still do it, right?
Well, I think we've covered this before in the pod. They got to hang. You need a flange. You need a flange on there, or it gets sucked right in into the stomach.
Sure, but
You know your butthole isn't connected directly to your stomach, right?
I mean, it's right there.
Just a straight shot right from...
Sure, but you don't need a flange if you want to cheat that badly and conceal it. You could shove it all the way up, all right?
Yeah.
I want to say... Now, here's a different point. Here's another thing that I've learning about. I want to say if you're smart enough to be at this level of chess competition, you would be able to know the dangers of unflanged butt toys. But just because you're very smart in one thing does not mean you're intelligent in all things.
Correct.
That's true.
Yeah, he is 19 years old, so he's probably not smart in all things. Right?
He doesn't have that experience that comes with age.
Yeah.
No.
That I've heard about.
Yeah, we call that. I think we call that just being wise.
Yeah.
Wizened.
I'm trying to imagine like the first time he tested this out while playing against someone, you know. It was probably his turn, and he's like, "Whoa, that's a move right there. I think I'll go here." No, this one. That's this one. Where would I put this? Yes,
yeah,
over here.
He just starts like throwing out like bad moves just so that his teammate or his partner is like, no, like sending him SOSs like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. He's got his hand on the move and he puts it on the space and I'm gonna move this back. I'm gonna move it back. But you know, we got the prostate up there. You get enough vibrations. I think he's gonna come, right? That can happen.
This might.
I think that's
improve
how it works.
Someone's love for chess, right?
You know what? I think a lot of people might play if you throw in that thing.
This is like positive reinforcement for good chess moves, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
like, yeah.
He's cultivating a Pavlovian response in his ass, wherein wherever he makes good moves, he's rewarded.
Yeah. After he makes a move, he covers it up by saying, like, waggling his finger and going, yes, that was a good move.
Except for every time he hears a bell ring, it's not a dog drooling.
Yeah, interesting. I don't, and I guess that, yeah, if you Morse code in your ass, that's cheating. But I don't know. I say let the kid play.
Well, what if this came out to be true? They're going to have to do even more extensive security measures to make sure this doesn't happen again. They're gonna every chess player is gonna have to go through a prison routine just to play. You know?
Well, why? You know, there like when you're streaming first person shooter games, why does this need to be? Why does anybody that's not the two competitors need to be able to see what's happening on the board in real time? If it's being streamed, wouldn't that be the move? Like to just isolate these two people and just have, you know, just two people playing chess, like, you know, just in a room by themselves?
Yeah.
Or with cameras?
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. I'm not sure. I'll go back and look, but I'm sure this has been going on, and maybe that's how people kind of started asking questions. Don't know.
Yeah,
I think there's some of the pressure is like, there's other people playing chess around you, and so, you know, the bright lights, the fan noise,
sure,
that sort of thing.
the fan.
Yeah.
You got to get him under oath, because there's no way if there was no checking of the anus at this last one, there's no way, or no, like they didn't have. There's no historical evidence that he had anything in his butt at the time of the match, so you're gonna have to ask him under oath.
He is chess's 9/11. because now everyone because now every time someone wants to play chess, they have to go through this whole TSA fucking
take their shoes
bullshit.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take your shoes off, your socks, put your belt in the bend. Let's look in your asshole. Nothing there. Put your arms out, turn around.
You know what?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where you were going with this, but you saved the day. You really did.
I've noticed that a lot. I lose people in the premise. That's for sure. You just gotta let me explain.
No, it's good. That's great. Oh.
You love 9/11? You heard that? Clip it.
No, never forget. Never forget the way this man cheated.
What? I don't like. No, I'm trying to like. What? All right. So, what was? Do you know what? Like, was he beating? Was it like blatantly? Was he like just blowing people away? Is he normally like a shitty player?
I think that's what it was. He beat a bunch of people that were at this grand like master level or something, and
he's a 19-year-old and he's young and he's like, what the fuck? This doesn't make sense.
It just people got sus.
Yeah.
But again, this hasn't been confirmed that he was cheating yet. It's
well,
just
what
like
about
a rumor that got big? So
well, I never saw, but what's eating Bobby Fischer? Am I combining two movies?
What's going on?
No, it was what's eating Bobby Fischer, where what's his name plays a chess. Never mind.
All right. So, what the movie adaptation to this would be like? What's eating my ass thing, or what? The movie.
I think it's Finding Bobby Fischer.
Finding Bobby Fischer.
I think, and then What's Eating Gilbert. Great.
Okay, those are the ones I usually combine. Yeah, which, by the way, if you combined those two and made Leonardo DiCaprio's person the chess player, that's a good movie. That's solid.
Maybe it'll happen.
Who knows?
Anyway,
did they see deep in his ear canal or anything?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because that's the first thing I would think of as a bug being like, okay, move. It's some guy in the stands and he's looking. There's a camera on a pair of glasses and it's looking. I wouldn't go straight to asshole. Anal beads in the asshole. Vibrations.
Right. Like I get it. Like there are like teledildonics are like consumer. That's the real name for it.
Is it really?
Yeah,
teledildonics.
It's a consumer. It's a thing that anybody can buy off the internet easily. And then if you have a smartphone, you can send somebody a vibration, remotely as long as they have. But like his phone would have to be in Bluetooth range. Like, don't they remove because those things like those butt plugs, they don't have SIM cards in them. It's just Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be within range of your phone.
That's a good point.
Remove the player's phone. Like, don't let them have them. Put their phones in a Faraday cage or whatever. Lock them up when they're competing. I don't. I feel like it's weird.
Maybe he had a booster signal shoved up his cock. I don't know.
5G is crazy, man. I don't know. I could be.
I like the story. I believe it.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose to believe.
Okay.
We're getting rid of that innocent until proven guilty thing. That's out the window. I love a good witch hunt for a cheater, but I don't understand the leap to butt plug.
I don't get that either, but that's what happened.
Yeah, these are all.
We're in different times now. I mean, that's the new hot thing is butt plugs, putting things in your ass. It's really in right now. It's like a scarf. It's like fish.
Yeah.
It's fashion. It's the new fall 2022 butt plug.
Skinny jeans are out. Butt plugs are in.
That's right.
Butt plugs with flags hanging out the end that are pumpkin spice colored.
That's right.
Seasonal.
Yeah.
You guys ever think about rebranding?
Rebranding what?
Just
Starting
anything
over.
and the power that it has. I was really the same dinner that I shared with the footballman,
Oh, we're still talking about
the
him.
sports fan. I really I was blown away by my eyes were open about rebranding and the power that it has.
Sure.
Do you want to know what specifically I'm speaking of? Pay attention. We'll be back after the break to find out. And we're back. Okay. So I was at dinner. I think no item has had a better rebranding than sweet potatoes.
Interesting.
Oh,
Sweet
okay.
potatoes are yams. Do you think there would be like yam fries? Or I guess it's mostly fries, but like all this, like I feel like sweet potatoes, which I hate by the way, they're disgusting, have like really come back.
One of my favorites.
And I feel like they wouldn't be nearly as popular if they were still called yams.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's true.
I see what you're saying.
I know. And then sometimes in the grocery store, you'll see yams. They will have a sign for yams, though. And you're like, but those are sweet potatoes.
Right?
You're like, well, yeah, no one's buying the yams, so we just move them over to sweet potatoes. But yeah, there's not a good ring to it. Yeah, like you just said, yam fries, yam pie. No one wants a yam pie.
Okay, so you believe the yam industry is profiting off this rebranding to sweet potatoes?
They're ditching the older, more. I mean, hell, the sweet potato has the name sweet or the word sweet in it.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? Or yam. It just sounds great. Yam.
Yam.
All
sounds
all
like a bald
so-called
guy in a
yams.
brown suit in the 70s smoking a cigarette in his
Yeah.
office. That's a yam.
That's a yam.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes.
Yes, all so-called
Sexy,
yams
fun.
are in fact sweet potatoes.
Interesting.
Look at that. All right.
And this is from North Carolina or ncsweetpotatoes.com. So this got me thinking into other rebrandings and name changes and kind of corporate glow ups.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to quiz you guys
Okay.
on a couple of these and see if you knew the history of what these things are or these companies are and what they've become, companies and products rather.
Sure. We warned you at the beginning of this podcast that we talk about random stuff.
Yes.
Here we go.
Rebrand it.
Are you not entertained? Okay.
All right. Facebook. This one's easy. We're starting off easy. Facebook, what that became synonymous with old people, everybody's parents.
Yeah.
So what do?
Okay.
They changed their name. Who are they now?
Meta.
Yes, correct. I'm sorry. I should. We'll skip this one. So I'm going to ask you, and then you guys got to yell it out. And then whoever answers
okay.
first.
It's a race.
Sorry,
All right.
I forgot. Yeah, this is a quiz and a contest.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Philip Morris. Big Tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they now? They got rid of that because
Marlboro.
everybody knows about Philip Morris and
I actually don't.
Altria.
Oh, I
didn't give Steven a chance to answer.
That's okay.
yeah.
I didn't know.
It was Altria. Doesn't that sound a lot better than Philip Morris?
Is that the same Philip Morris that Jim Carrey did, the movie?
Probably. What
Maybe.
did he?
I Love You, Philip Morris. Is that the name of the movie?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right. I am.
What's eating Philip
Philip
Morris? I
Asses.
think.
Philip's ass.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right. So this one, I'm going to give you the name that it started as. Cadabra.
Oh man, that's awful.
Windex.
Cadabra. Mark says Windex.
Don't know.
Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it started out as like abracadabra,
Yeah, but it sounds like cadaver. So yeah,
That's
horrible.
exactly why they changed it, because I think in a meeting, some attorney was like, "Oh, do you mean like cadaver, or did you say cadaver?" And they said, "Oh no, this has to change. We have to change his name."
But they started out with books, right?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah,
Amazon?
started out just books.
So they're like, abracadabra, here's your book.
Here's your book. Easy as that, from the internet. And now we'll save shitty corporate news for later.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you this is a newer website. Newer e-business kind of thing. Matchbox. It started as Matchbox. Who are they now?
Hot Wheels.
Mark says Hot Wheels. Matchbox.
Spotify.
Tinder. Tinder started as Matchbox.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Match.
A reasonable change. I don't know why I didn't look at the history on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here's one of my favorites on the list. This one's a doozy. Brad's Drink.
Oh, God.
Brad's Drink. Okay.
Brad's Drink.
Dr. Pepper.
That's a good guess.
That's a great guess.
Yeah. Brad's Drink. God, okay. Some kid named Brad, probably chocolate milk. Yahoo. What's that? What's that?
It's good guess. I like the line of thought, but it is not like a chocolate based. It is Pepsi. It was Pepsi. Started
Pepsi.
out.
Wow.
Okay. Jeez.
So that is that's 0 points.
Does Pepsi own the chocolate drink?
Probably.
Okay.
Marathon. Marathon. It's a food. It's a food item.
God, you're eating like forever and ever. This must be
What is it? Dad's dinner? Hungry Man. That's it. Hungry Man.
Oh.
Dad's dinner. Fucking worst branding of all time.
I disagree. I think that I knew exactly what you meant when you said Dad's dinner.
Probably some sports drink. Is it like Red Bull?
It is not. It is a Snickers bar. Snickers started as Marathon.
Marathon.
Okay.
Here's a very easy one. Kentucky Fried Chicken
KFC.
became KFC. Some of them are just shortening, modernizing.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? Streamlining.
Streamlining.
The names.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're not completely. Datsun. Datsun.
Datsun.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. That's like it's like a car or something, right?
Yeah, it's a Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle. But that's a type of car. But yeah, you can rebrand a type of car.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's the Beetle.
I think is it Volkswagen?
Nissan.
Nissan
started as Datsun.
Okay.
Yeah. Come to think of it, I've heard of people say, "Oh, I had a '77 Datsun."
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I think it was like late 70s, early 80s that they switched over.
See,
Look at that.
I listen.
Lucky and Gold Star Company Limited.
Jesus Christ! Thank God they rebranded.
That's definitely a gambling company, probably like
It's a brand that you've seen. I'm 99% certain that you've seen this brand.
mm-hmm.
What was it? Lucky Gold Star Limited?
Lucky and Gold Star Company Limited.
Jesus, threw company in there.
Some gambling company. I don't know.
Kellogg's.
LG Electronics. Lucky and Gold Star.
LG.
Okay.
Here's one of my favorites. All right, we got two more. So final, no point, still 0-0 on the board now.
Okay.
But I got a good feeling about this one. Jerry's Guide to the World Wide Web. Jerry's Guide to the World Wide Web.
Ask Jeeves.
I swear to God, I was gonna say that.
Two. I'll split it.
It's half
Okay,
a point
okay.
each. Nice.
It's Yahoo. If it was right, I was going to split it, but you were both wrong, but you were wrong together. And that's
right.
nice.
So
Yahoo.
0 divided by 0? Okay.
That was
by
Yahoo
two.
started out as Jerry's Guide to the World Wide Web. I don't know why they shortened that or changed it. I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I trust this Jerry person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would be happy for them to guide me and show me around this, dark, scary web.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Back rub.
Back rub.
It started out as back rub.
Massage envy.
Great guess.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Vicks.
Vicks. I like Vicks Vapo Rub,
Mhm.
mentholated
That's good guess.
grandma cream.
Yep.
Sorry, that's 0 points for the whole thing. That started out.
Fuck.
Back rub was Google.
What?
Google started as back rub
Oh,
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
and then switched to Google and then became Alphabet.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
That's that's the parent company of Google. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Jeez,
glad they
this-
rebranded and fired whoever the fuck came up with back rub. That's terrible.
Wow, this was
I-
tough.
It's tough and eye-opening, just how
Maybe
a
we
few
should
words
rebrand.
can really change how you feel about a company or a vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
So, just remember, sweet potatoes are yams.
Okay.
Yams.
Okay.
Good
This
point.
this dinner you had at this restaurant really got to you.
Mm-hmm.
This really affected you. Okay. Wow. All right.
Well, speaking of affected me, nah, that's no good. I want to run away from that one.
That's good.
Oh, you stick with it.
I'm gonna abandon that one.
Okay.
Mark, you were telling me earlier about some AirPods that you bought.
AirPods. Yeah. Well, speaking of rebranding,
Uh-huh.
what if you could have AirPods in the sea?
What?
Sea pods. Guys, I sent you guys a link. You guys didn't even get a chance to see it, but I wanted you to click on it while we walk
Click on
through
that
this
shit
a
right
little
now.
bit. Yeah.
I'm
fucking
looking at it. I'm looking at it right now.
Great.
Same. Yep.
And there's another article. So there's this company called Ocean Builders, and they have this. You can go to oceanbuilders.com, and they have this Sea Pod oceanfront living. And what's happening is these pods, kind of like, it's almost like a stick out of the ground, a big tube that goes into a small, tiny home. Living space is 833 feet cubed, or no, squared, excuse me. That's the typical size. And yeah, so these are little pods in the middle of the ocean or just off the coast a little bit. But the reason I know about this, and I found this interesting, was because they had the Sea Pod company, they unveiled their first prototype. That was a 1.5. Now, these things range from either $300,000 to 1.5 million. And they unveiled it, and it fucking crashed. Like, it toppled over.
What?
And yeah, like,
Hell yes.
yeah. Oh, did you not see that either? So you have not seen this at all?
No.
I'll send you that
I've not heard
link
anything
as well
about this.
in the Discord.
So the neck broke, right, of this thing.
So, well, it kind of broke. So the way it works is, so they have, the way that it floats is that there's these chambers, I guess, underneath the water that are filled with air, and it pushes the house up over the water, and one of the chambers broke, I guess. And it had caused it to crash. I'll look at it. After investigation, Ocean Builders determined that the toppling was caused by a pump malfunction that threw off the balance of the steel spar in the prototype that caused it to flood. So I guess there's 3 of them, right? So they're balanced, and they lift this small little pod up against the water. And then it says the company denied, however, that there was a crash and refuted claims that the prototype, when sank into the water. So they said, yeah, it wasn't a crash. But if you look at that article I sent you in Discord, the thing's fucking 45 degrees angle. I think that's a crash. But
yeah, it looks like Jack Sparrow just docked or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's listing badly at the very least.
Right. So, yeah, what's interesting to me about this is, it's about 3 half floors, about 35 feet long, 23 feet tall, 26 feet wide, and it's supposed to sit 7.5 feet above the water waves. But like most of the prototype pictures are like off like an easy kind of, you're not in the middle of the Atlantic. You're just a little bit off the coast. And these pods have these huge windows, basically wraparound windows, which is nice. And they look cool. I mean, I'm not going to.
Yeah,
they do. I would do this. It looks like someone's preparing for like the water world apocalypse. And here's the homes you can have that'll survive. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So here's just a real quick blurb. So how does it float? Just like an iceberg, the hidden magic of the sea pod lies beneath the surface. You have to look deeper. We use over 1,688 cubic feet of air-filled steel tubes, which results in so much buoyancy that it is able to push the entire sea pod up 3 meters above the water. One thing I don't like about this, how this read, is that they're using feet and meters in the same. Say both or say the same. Don't go one or the other. You know, I mean, now you're throwing me off. Now I don't want to buy your shit.
This bothers you, yeah.
But it's interesting. It's almost like a little nice little micro home almost in the middle of the ocean, but they're going from anywhere from 300 to 1.5 million. Obviously, I don't know anyone that can afford a second ocean house that's in these times, but it kind of looks good. The only thing that bothers me about this is the tube that it's like you have a little dock at the very bottom at the base, and you have to like walk up this tiny staircase, really tight wraparound all the way to like the living room. But I mean, all the other stuff is cool. I mean, have a little living room, the master bedroom, but it also shows a bunch of these pods kind of, fairly not close to each other, but like fairly close in the ocean. You can see someone else's pod, and the whole experience is supposed to be these wide open windows. So you wake up and there's just fucking ocean, right? There's just land, and then the backside, the same thing. Like, oh, there's the land or whatever. But then you got to be like, now these other motherfuckers got pods. And so now it's like, okay, well, I guess I need curtains, which is ruining the whole kind of idea of no curtains, no nothing, and you can see people. People are trying to fuck over the ocean. You're not renting or buying those things.
Yeah, it almost looks like a building developer saw Arrested Development. And
yes. Yeah.
They saw the idea. Why don't you build homes on the water?
Yeah.
Right. They're like, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at these pictures here. How do you go to land? Do they move, or do you have to also have a boat dock?
You'd have to have a boat.
You'd have to have a
So they're anchored.
Some sort of jet ski device. I mean, God forbid you forget milk.
Yeah,
damn it.
Yeah. All right, so you do have to rely on fuel or some sort of power for your boat so you can go get groceries or whatever.
Right.
Sailboat. There's sailboats.
You can do a sailboat, sure.
You can do sailboats, or maybe at these anchors there's like some fish nets or something.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you can always just throw a line off and fish out of you probably just open your living room window and fish from there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and at the bottom of the dock, on the first link I sent you with Ocean Builders, you can see this night. Scroll down, you see this night light. So you see where you come up from the water into the main tube, and there's 3 kind of walkways too that you can have. One as a water patio, but the one thing I don't like is about the guy who invented this, where he says he's the world's top aquatect.
Okay.
Just the fact that it's an architect on the water.
Oh, okay.
He made a new thing. I'm like, go fuck something, man. Go do that.
Okay.
But anyway, are you into this idea of people moving off land in the water in these little pods and, like you said, a water world type of thing now? Is this good? Is this bad? You like it? You hate it?
I love it. I think it's neat as hell. Like,
yeah, me too.
I love this stuff. And then people that take, because it looks like they also have a green pod, which is just a land-based version of this.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah, because the sea levels are going to rise at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get a home just on the water,
Yeah,
but you have to be moored or anchored or tethered to something to keep you from floating away.
Yeah,
but who are you allowed? Like, you don't own. You're just buying. Where are you allowed to set this thing up? You're not buying any land when you buy one of these, are you? Can you buy coastline?
Good point. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Is it like a star? Is it where
you're not really buying anything?
Yeah, where it's like, oh yeah, the value of this piece of ocean right here. You're buying the 0.15 acres of ocean here.
Yeah,
and
I don't
get people yelling at each other. Hey, get off my ocean!
Just being shot at the whole time.
You're in my water.
I think like all the stuff that they're going for, like, it looks like everything is hyper water efficient, energy efficient, using all the light and everything. I think it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Super modern looking. There's a shower climbing wall.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
The shower, so this is from their website. The shower is the main access point to get on to the roof of the pod. We decided to put a bespoke climbing wall in the shower instead of a ladder, so you have access to the roof in a fun and unique way. You can choose from 4 different bespoke style of shower climbing grips designed exclusively for sea pods. When you're climbing,
slippery surface.
Right. Okay, you beat me to it.
Yes, slipping in the shower.
As if it's already not hard enough.
Right, even with just a flat tub, it happens.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest part of this thing. Just make a ladder.
Just a ladder would be nice.
Just a ladder would be fine.
Make a really cool, like, telescopic ladder, or one that comes down like a corkscrew or something. Design the shit out of a ladder. Don't put a climbing wall in the shower.
In the shower, yeah.
And then, like, I'm totally on board with all this stuff, less waste. Maybe it seems like you'd have, and using natural light. And I love the idea of like a tiny space. Like, I think it'd be cool to have like land sea containers and build that into a small house. This stuff is all very cool. But then if you scroll way, 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 way down on their site, it mentions that they built these homes. Let me get to it. They built these homes away from EMF, electromagnetic
every motherfucker.
Frequencies. I was gonna. That's exactly. Yeah, they built these homes away from every motherfucker out there.
Right, so like an isolation pod. Like, you will be the only motherfucker around. Yeah. EMF waves. What are those? Cell phones?
Cell towers, Wi-Fi networks. I mean, basically, I think everything.
But wouldn't every motherfucker want internet anyway?
Well, yeah, but so there's like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's like a pseudoscience or like a bunch of shit that says like EMFs cause cancer or which I just Googled. And according to National Cancer Institute, that is not true.
Right.
You know,
And even if it was, I will take. Okay, cut that. Just go ahead.
it's kind of like I would say pseudoscience or like not hoax, but like just bullshit, like fear mongering or like just, hey, you know, these are dangerous. Buy this shit that will protect you. Like, I don't know why they're bringing that into
a good idea.
Yeah, like keep this shit out of your thing. And then also like you didn't choose to build these things away from these things. It's just nobody's building those things on the fucking ocean where nobody is.
Right. Yeah.
Like we decided to build these houses away from all the dangerous cars that you see on the street. Yeah, no fucking shit. There's no roads in the water. Of course there's no cars around.
Yeah. Well, even the green pod, like it's if for those listening at home, it's the same thing. It's just on land. I mean, even that looks fun, but again, they probably were like, you can have one of these, but no one likes to look at them. It's a big pod in nature, but I don't know. I like the idea.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I could get in with this.
One of them does honestly look like an AirPod.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Part of me, and I know this is crazy, but I think a part of me was like, I wonder if this is some sort of publicity stunt because we're talking about this. And obviously I think most people are like, oh my God, it fucking broke. Like you see this shit, like more people are going to share a failed idea, I guess that didn't work than like, oh, here's a thing on the ocean. Isn't that neat? But it is neat. Obviously we're talking about it, but it's almost like, Tesla's truck or whatever when he threw the rock at the truck and he was like, these windows won't break, and it totally fucking broke.
I guess I don't know. I it could be a publicity stunt, or then my other like dumb tinfoil hat thinking was like, oh, is this like the big home industry? Like they set this whole thing up to fail so that people would see it and be like, pod homes suck. You need a real home that's, in the ground. Wood. I'm not going to buy one of the. I heard a thing about a pod house falling over.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's like how they killed the rail car. The auto industry killed the rail car home industries.
And I think they're trying to do that with some electric vehicles. Like one charger caught fire or something like that, and then everyone's like, "See, you go green, you try to get an electric car, you're gonna have a fire home. Then what do you want? You want your whole family to die in a fire?" And you're like, "Oh my God, no!" And like, exactly, stick with gasoline,
right?
Yeah,
I love and hate that shit. It's everybody does it. Everybody everybody's out there lying to you. Everybody except for us, folks. Okay, we're the one place that you can actually go to for unmitigated truths, from top to bottom, front of the show to the back of the show. So remember that
we're under oath,
and we're the only people that love you.
That's true too.
Truth. Yeah. Not saying that you're not lovable, but we're the ones that definitely do.
We actually love you. We don't just say it to say
we're not, it. Oh my God. Gross. Who would say it just to say it? Fuck them. The people that say it, not the people listening. Love you.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of loving us, it's nice to be loved back, and we have We have elite episodes now available. Not bonus. It's not bonus. They're elite episodes. They're better.
Elite.
Elite
What is
episodes.
What is that?
They may have previously been known as bonus episodes where we were watching My Hero Academia, or like we did a couple of watch alongs.
The octopus one is still my favorite thing I think we've ever done.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Why even if you watch it without us, do watch it with us. But it's a bonkers movie.
Yeah.
But those are now known as, speaking of rebranding, elite episodes.
Interesting.
Elite episodes.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to get into the elite club of people that we love, jump over in that Patreon or subscribe on Twitch. Hop in the Discord. Get all those elite episodes.
Yeah.
And feel the real full power of our love.
How would you treat someone who loves you?
By reciprocating. That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
Brilliant.
Well, guys, speaking of elite episodes, we need to go record one.
Yes.
About to do one right now.
Yeah. Episodes 4 and 5 of My Hero Academia. Mark's first episode of the elite episodes, or this series elites. So
I watched 5 episodes of anime today.
I cannot wait to hear about this.
Jeez,
I'm going to be mixing everything up, but yeah.
Yeah, if you want to hear what's going on there, have an elite episode.
That's all you got to do.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, we love you, and that's the truth.
Yep, I love you.
Yeah.
More
Goodbye.
than you'll ever know.
More.
Oh, real quick.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Last one thing. Fuck me. Here we go. One thing I wanted to say. If you know anyone on the East Coast, tell them to come to Wilmington, North Carolina on the 28th and 29th. Friday, Saturday, I am headlining all weekend at Dead Crow Comedy Club in Wilmington, North Carolina. So if you're in Myrtle Beach and Wilmington or anywhere really on the East Coast, come on over.
It's like Wilmington, North Carolina is like smack dab, like just about in the middle of the East Coast. So I don't think anybody has any reason not to come.
Come. Yeah.
So do that.
Yeah, come hang.
Show Mark your love. Go to his show.
Yeah, I love you. I'm going to be there all weekend doing fucking nothing but shows, so it'll be fun.
All right.
Great.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Well,
what month and day?
October 28th and 29th. Friday, Saturday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Okay.
Perfect. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye.